Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, and I'm looking at the heat map open up, and it is still a little bit red today. NVIDIA, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Apple are all red. Microsoft and Meta are both a little bit flat. So let's go ahead and look at what's going to happen today and see what's going to be popping. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers and see what's popping this morning. Here we go with BIVI. I know this one was moving yesterday. Let's see what it's doing this morning. Oh, BIVI, not BIBI. BIVI. And let's see, this morning it is opened at 350, got up to 401. It's sitting at 378 right now. So there you go. Web bowlers in the morning taking advantage of that one because yesterday's high was only 389. So BIVI getting up a little bit higher right there and jumping up. Although yesterday, this thing says it went up to what, 750, and right here it only says that was 2 days ago. It did. Yeah, that wasn't yesterday. It was the 21st. So that Finviz doesn't. Oh yeah, 2 days ago. Sorry. All right, there you go. BIVI. So yeah, it did run up there. I was just trying to see if it wanted to get up higher, and it did, and I'm not so sure it's gonna run up that high. Again, that's all I was looking at. So let's check out BLNK and see what Blink charging. It's at 208. It's just creeping its way up to that. 225 area, just a little healthy pullback right there. Nothing crazy. The 20 still coming up for it, so may have a tiny bit of pullback as it's setting up, and then it'll continue its way up. CNSP, we were just looking at it, and this thing's running up. Let's see how high it got up to this morning because it was popping. Opened at 28, got up to 38 or 39. Its low is 27, but it's sitting at 37. So it did get moving. CNSP, CNS Pharmaceuticals, we just went over it. And it did gap up. It closed at 15 cents. So it gapped up really nice, CNSP. And that's one we were taking a look at. CNTX. Let's see what that's up to. That one gapped up too. CNTX. Maybe it didn't. It opened yesterday, it closed at 245, and this morning it opened at 231 and only got to 233. So it didn't get up as high as yesterday. So that was a yesterday. I was looking at yesterday's gap up right there. That's what that date is. So there we go with that one. CNTX, and let's see what it wants to do today. If it's going to keep continuing to go up, it did. Like I said, it may run up there a little bit higher. It's in a good position right there. It could be a little momentum play. CNTX, so we'll keep our eye on that today. DBVT. DBV Technologies is moving this morning. DBVT. It did run up yesterday. It got up to 154, but this morning it opened at 120 and got up to 190. So that bad boy is cruising right there. And that is DBVT. And I'm just looking at the date right here. If that was yesterday's, no, that's today's date. Um, that's weird. Uh, the Finviz chart's just off a little bit. Doesn't show me the yesterday's spike for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on. But DBVT definitely ran up there. I would imagine this one's going to be coming back pretty soon. So that is a nice runner. FAMI, this one we were just looking at, ran up, started to run up yesterday in the after hours, right before the market was closing. And let's see what it did today. That is today's price. It looks like it could have gapped up at close. Let me look at it on mine real quick. Yesterday it ran up, opened at 30. It did get up to 83 in the after hours, and then this morning it opened at 62. So it came back down. According to Finviz, they don't have the after hours pop, so they gapped up this morning, but that is not correct. So because it definitely ran up in the after hours yesterday. I know that for a fact. So that is AMI, and let's see what it wants to do. It is run up there pretty high right now, so I'm not sure it's going to continue its way up, but that was a nice pop. And another one that we were looking at that ran up for us, MBIO. Think we looked at the Mustang too, huh? We just looked at this bad boy and it ran like a Mustang. I know I've had it marked off, and boom, it ran for 2 days and then popped up really nice yesterday. That's right. And then today it looks like it opened at 56, got up to 58, but now it's coming back down. It's at 41. So that was MBIO, and we definitely were looking at that one. Rivian, let's look at Rivian because that was starting to hit the bottom and bounce yesterday. It doesn't look like it's doing anything this morning yet. Um, just set up at 10:45, got down to 10:35, so it is moving a little bit and just a little bit of pullback, but nothing crazy. Hit that resistance at the 20 yesterday, and I think Rivian's going to start getting set up. Obviously, if the whole market's red, it could be just pulling back a little bit. How about Spirit Airlines Save? Because this one's moving up some more, and we talked about it. I posted about it. SAVE, and it opened at 257, got up to 265, and it's at 257 right now. And it did run up because yesterday's close was 246. So there you go at SAVE, and that's Spirit Airlines, and it's trying to run up there, but that thing's going to come back down, and that company's not looking good either. TRUG, True Golf Holdings. Let's see what this one's up to. TRUG. Here we go. It is looking pretty good right there. Yesterday it was curling up, looking nice. I don't see anything for today, but 80 to 94 yesterday and looking solid. So keep an eye on TRUG, True Golf Holdings. That's looking solid right now. XXII, a 22nd Century Group. It's a tobacco company, but they also have something to do with some cannabis. That one we were looking at not long ago, and that one's popping up there. Let me see. That one's run up. It opened at 13 and got to 18. So we were just looking at that the other day. It started moving yesterday and boom. So there was another popper that we were looking at yesterday, and ZPTA. This is another one that we were looking at for a little while. And I think this is getting moving this morning, or it did in the after hours. Let me see exactly what it did. It did move this morning. Yesterday it went from 8 to 11, and this morning it went from 9 to 11. So there you go with ZPTA, but it's looking solid, guys. So keep your eye on that Zapata computing holdings because it looks really good right now. ZPTA. And there you go with our Jolie's jumpers right there. So let's take a look, see if anything else is going on real quick, and let's see how that heat map looks. Yeah, everything's, I mean, it's pretty flat. Microsoft's barely up. Apple's down almost a 0.5%. Google's down 0.05%. Meta's up 0.10%, so barely nothing. Amazon's down 0.27%. Tesla's down a 0.5% going into their earnings, and Nvidia's down over a 0.5% right there. McDonald's is still way down. MCD. So we're gonna watch that for that bottom right there. So that's a nice dip for us. Is that today's dip? That's a nice one if it is. Yeah. What's it? 293 it's down. Let me see mine real quick. McDonald's MCD. Because yeah, yesterday I took that dip down to 282, and this morning it's still pulling back. It's at 293. So it opened at 297. And McDonald's pulling back there. What did they have? E. coli? Yeah, an E. coli breakout from their quarter pounders. And I believe it even killed somebody. So not a good thing for McDonald's, and that will not help their stock any. Let's take a quick look at the scanner. Couldn't think of the word. Let's look at the scanner real quick and see what's going on. That CNSP, XXI, ZPTA, oh, VEV. Remember, we were just taking a look at this bad boy, and just seeing when it wants to get set up right here. It's just kind of dragging that bottom. We were talking about it. That 20's way up. I think we may have to wait for this one. So we'll keep an eye on this. I see other people trying to pump it out at this point. We talked about it the other day and it popped up real quick. And maybe it was on the 15th probably, and it did. It popped up, and now it's kind of just pulling back there, and we're gonna wait for it. VEV. So we'll keep an eye on that. That DBVT and MBIO. Fun. That looks like it is where'd it go? 1418. Has it popped up there some hot even higher? Yeah, it looks like it's at like 14 something right now. Let me take a look at this. PHUN. It is running up a little higher. It appears it got up to 1513. So PHUN, what fun that one was. Holy cow. So there you go with that. What a smasher. TRNR, this one's starting to move. We just went over this the other night. That's that interactive strength. Keep an eye on this. That bad boy's moving. So we were early on that one. We were early on everything, I think. DJT is way up over 35 this morning. So that's cruising. Here's this NCNC. You remember this like 3 weeks ago? No co. This one shot up through the roof this morning. So remember that. That shot up way higher than whatever we were looking at it. It opened at 13 and got up to something crazy. Let me look. NCNC. I have to look on mine. Or that was yesterday. I apologize. It ran from 10 to 31 yesterday. And then this morning it opened at 13, got up to 15. So, yeah, that one is NCNC. We were looking at that. That BJDX, that Blue Jay. We were looking at this. I was saying it was going to try to fly the other day, and it's already popped up too. So that one's definitely moving as well. And that's that BJDX. And yeah, we said it was going to start flying. Yesterday it did. It went from 11 to 13. And then today it opened at 12 and went back to 13. So BJDX, that one did start moving and it got up to its resistance right there. 40 20 or so. There you go with BJDX, and that Blue Jay started to move as well. And DJT, like I said, was cruising. And yeah, there's not a whole lot. I mean, basically everything we've gone over. Microsoft is the only one that appears to be green right there at 428. But yesterday it did hit that 430, and I'm not even so sure it's going to keep going up. Let me look at the SPY and these bad boys real quick. The SPY is down $1.17. It's sitting at 582, and it is on the other side of the support line. And looks like it might be crossing down. It does need to make some room. So we were talking about this last night and it was teetering, but it looks like it's coming down. So we might have a little bit of pullback for like a week or so. And then like I said, these bad boys are setting up, and we already know they're making them like curl downs and them hard curl up. So I'm not concerned about that. The SPY's been doing it every time, so it just has to make a little room and it'll pop back up. So might just have a little bit of pullback, nothing crazy. Let's go through Nvidia. That's down 92 cents right now and just pulling back again. It hit the top. I think we're going to see a little bit of pullback right there. Google GOOG. This one could be up. Yeah, it's up 3 cents and it does want to run up a little bit, but we'll keep our eye on it because it will have to pull back to set up, and that is Google GOOG. So that is going to keep moving. Did I just do Apple AAPL? No. 234, it's down $1 or 2. And it's probably like I said, it's trading in that channel. It'll come down to that 232. It's at 234 right now, and it could even come down to that 230. So we're watching Apple for the pullback, and then it's going to set up super bullish right there. Let's look at Amazon real quick. That's down 66 cents, and I'm telling you, this thing's getting ready to get cruising, guys. So a little bit of pullback on Amazon, nothing too crazy right there. Meta, META, That's up 34 cents. This one should pull back, and I think it will pull back some more. So we'll keep an eye on Meta. And like I said, they will be all set up like crazy. And Tesla's the one that we kind of want to keep an eye on today. They have their earnings. It's down $1.16 at 216.81. So we're gonna keep an eye on this bad boy today, see how it runs, and if it wants to get popping here, Tesla. So I'll keep an eye on Tesla and it is going to start curling up. So I bet the options are going to look good for a couple weeks out. It may not pop immediately off of these earnings, but it's going to get moving pretty soon. So that is Tesla. And like I said, it's bullish like a month out or so. So there you go with TSLA, and that is good old Tesla. And that's our Mag 7. And like I said, they're all red except for Microsoft is barely up, and the rest of the market's either red or pretty flat. And even the energy, ExxonMobil looks down today, down 57 cents. And Oxy, let's see, that's down 15 cents. So that sector is red as well. And there you go with them bad boys. Let me see what crypto's actually up to this morning. So not a great morning in the markets. And crypto's back to 66,514. And let me just see what Bitcoin, well, that's Bitcoin, not crypto, but that's Bitcoin's down to that. And let's see, it is pulling back. I mean, it ran way up there in the 70s. So it's pulling back to the line. We'll see if it wants to get set back up and bounce back off. Ethereum's at 2,584. Now let me take a quick look at that. That one's pulling back down to the 50 and coming down to the line. So I'll be keeping my eye on crypto today just to see what it wants to do. Solana's back to 166, and that was bullish. It's making a base up here, just kind of pulling back in the 70. It needs to because it's way up there. Doge is almost back up to 14. It's at 0.1374. So it's not looking terrible, Doge. It's just pulling back but kind of making a base. Again, I think they're going to hit the line and try to roll off a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on it and see exactly what they want to do right there. And then let me go ahead and look at our laptop lowdowns, but there isn't a whole lot going on. Let me look on this side of the on the scanner over here and see what's happening. BSGM ran up this morning as well. And there's our CNSP, MBIO, all these guys that we've already been looking at. COOT, I know we looked at this before. This is at Australian Oilseed Holdings. This was on a laptop lowdown. This got popping. COOT. I'm telling you, all of them. Yesterday it really got cruising there. So it opened at 74 and got up to 135. Today it opened at 86 and got up to 90. So there you go with the COOT. That was on our list before. PHUN running up there. ACON, we were looking at this as well. A Clarion Inc. And this ran up into the top and is running up pretty nice there. So ACON. Let's look at that. It ran up yesterday, 20 to 30, and then this morning it opened at 26 and got back up to 30. So keep an eye on that if it can try to get moving some more. ACON, it's at the top, so it'd have to run up in the top right now. And then that VEV. So let's see if it wants to. We were just talking about it. And it looks like it is trying to curl, but I'm not so sure it's ready. Like I said, it's gonna probably have to stay in that basement for a little bit while the 20 comes down to it. It's at 11 and this is at 5. Maybe they can meet each other at some point, but I don't think it's ready just yet. And that's at VEV. So we'll keep our eye on that bad boy as well. And there you go. That's the scanners right there. Let me go ahead and see what our laptop lowdowns are doing real quick. Well, let me hop in here real fast so I can get to the page, and then we will. Ah, Luis Rodriguez, SMCI. Let me hop in and see these guys real quick. That's down 37 cents. It's hitting the 20 right there. I think we're just going to see a little bit of healthy pullback for a moment on some of these bad boys because our SPY appears like it's trying to pull back a little bit to make some space. And then, like I said, these things are just set up to get crazy right here. And we're less than 2 weeks out from the election, so they are looking set up as can be for after that election, I must say. And I am going to look at the yin and the yang real quick as well, because we want to see what they're up to today. If they can start moving, that yin looks like it may be up. Let me take a better look on mine and see exactly what they're up to. The yin is opened at 35.82. It's got to 36. It's at 35.76. So it looks like it's pulling back right now. And that is the yin on my chart. On FinViz, it says 35.73. Pretty much at that same spot and coming back down. It was just kind of pulling up there. Now it is actually going flat. And our yang is down 11 cents at 342. And let me take a better look on mine just to see what it looks like real quick. Just a little healthy pullback. That candle's starting to get green right there. And let me take a look. It just fell right below the 20. 342. That is the right price right there. It got up to 344. I mean, it's right. They both actually look like they don't want to move. Holy cow, that's a crazy look. Hold on. So the yin is just flat looking down. We'll have to really look at them again as the market opens up a little more. They're both just like kind of flat. They look like they could both go the same direction either way. Um, yeah, they're just kind of just flat right there, not saying anything, even though the yin is up and the yang is down. They could change really fast. So I'll keep an eye on that. The yang's down what 11 cents to 342. So I'll watch this bad boy and see how it's going to open. Like I said, they could easily change right there. So we will watch that because that 20, it was sitting on there and it just dipped right under it. But even if it pulls back a hair, that 20 is going to come down for it, that yang, in the next few days and want to get it. So I'll keep a look at that. I'll keep an eye on that and let you know what they're going to do to yin and the yang. SMCI, LIFW. We went over this MSP recovery, and this one's moving up this morning as well. LIFW. There you go, Peninsula Life. Yeah, it opened at 17, got up to 18, but it was moving yesterday. It opened at 14, got up to the 18, but closed at 17. So yeah, it's just moving up there a little bit. LIFW. If it can get over that 18 and a half, it can really cruise. And it has some momentum right now, so keep an eye on it because it doesn't look bad at all. So there you go. Let me know if you want to see anything else. Um, we'll look at fun real quick because I know it did pop up. It's up to 1430, and like I keep saying, that thing's way at the top. That does look like the top right there. So it got into the 15s, I believe, on my chart just said 1513. So way up there, guys, from $3 to 1513. So what a smasher that one was. And we crushed that guy. And here we go. Let me take a look. CNSP. We were talking about that one looking good still. Let's see. CNSP still looking good, up 25 cents and just cruising into the top there. So keep your eye on that. That's up over 100% this morning. And we were just looking at it. So there you go with them bad boys. Let me know if you want me to look at anything else real quick. I'm going to hop on to the laptop lowdowns real quick. Let me just find them. Doom, doom, doom. Let me just see. I'm scrolling through. Here we go. Wednesday's laptop lowdowns, ADTX. Let's see what that's up to. I know it's like getting set up. That 20's up there on it. And it's still, I think it's just going to have a little bit of time. ADTX, we know that look. And before we'd be staring at it, but now we can kind of just lay off of it and wait for it to set up. ASTI, this one, a little bit of pullback as well yesterday. Let me look at that today. ASTI, I doubt it's doing anything yet. Yeah. But it tried to run up yesterday a little bit and it's just kind of hitting resistance. CETX, there we go. This one is up a little bit this morning, and we know it's going to just bounce around. It did curl through CETX. Let me take a better look at it, see what it's actually doing. 31 got up to 32. It's sitting at that 31 again. And let's just see. And that 20 is all the way up there. So it may slowly creep up. We're keeping our eye if it wants to get curling, and I'll watch it and let you know. DSY, that big tree cloud ran up the other day. And let's see, it's just kind of pulling back, hitting the MACD. We'll have to take a look to see if it wants to roll off and get cruising again. So I'll keep an eye on that bad boy right there. EFSH had a huge run the other day, and that's just pulling back now. So that was a big old run. GRI, that one ran way up and is just pulling back right now. So these are ones that them two just ran way up, and maybe they'll try to get bouncing back. I'll have to look at them. It's hard to tell right now at this moment. I just looked on my chart, and they could be trying to stop that pullback and see what they're going to do. So I'll look at both of them as the market opens. ISPC up 17 cents. This one does look like it wants to reverse back around, so I'll watch this. It did run up just the other day on the 21st, so Monday, and it's not doing anything today. It pulled back yesterday a little bit, and we'll have to see if it's trying to reverse. I'm not exactly sure. It's not doing anything yet this morning, so I'll take a look at that. IVDA, that one is just kind of flat, but in a good spot right there. IVDA, we'll keep an eye on that. That's right there, so I'll watch that. JDZG, this one did pop the other day. It's just kind of pulling back. It's meeting that 20, so I'll look at that later to see if it's going to catch it and start to move again. LSB, I said look for that bounce, right? And yeah, I have it written down. Watch for that bounce. It looks like it's bouncing this morning, guys. So there you go at LSB. Exactly what we were looking at last night. Opened at 280, got up to 380. I mean, it ran up $1 this morning for you. So there you go. LSB, exactly what we were looking at last night. MGPI. That one's that one that had dipped way down and their earnings are a little out. We'll keep an eye on that one. It's going to start doing the hook and start cruising around. So we'll look at it. MLGO. Let's see this one because this one was looking pretty good. I know it was. It's right on that 20. Just a little bit of kind of pullback a little bit there, but nothing crazy. Watch for this to get set up. MLGO, not looking bad at all right there. ONCT, that one ran up yesterday and just pulling back right there. And that one's not looking bad either, ONCT. So maybe it'll try to get cruising again. Again, it ran up, pulling back. I'll have to see if it wants to reverse back up. It could. Peggy, this one ran way up there and is pulling back. We'll see what it wants to do as it hits the bottom. If it wants to get a little bounce off action off of there. QNTM, that's a quantum biopharma. And this looks like it is trying to bounce back up a little bit. So keep an eye on this one, QNTM. It does look like it is trying to bounce. It ran up the other day on Monday, and now it's trying to bounce back up a little bit. So I'll watch that to see if it actually is. SGD, Safe and Green Development. And this one's just hitting the bottom right there. This is going to be a bouncer. I'm going to watch that one as well because that's going to be a bouncer. SPAI, Safe Pro Guard. This one's just pulling back. Real nice pullback. Just I'll keep an eye on that. That's an aerospace and defense one, and that will have a really nice bounce. SYTA ran up the other day, and that one's kind of pulling back. We might have to see that come back down to $1. It's at $1.16, but it ran up over like almost to $3, if not more. SYTA. Oh yeah, how about Wint? What's this thing doing? Down 4 cents. Let's look for a little bounce action on this thing real quick. WINT. It doesn't look terrible, so It's opened at 86, got up to 87, its low is 83, and we'll take a look at it and just see if it can try to take that little bounce today. So I will keep an eye on WINT and see if it does want to do that bounce right there. XPON up 13 cents right there. And another one that had run up pretty nice. And maybe it is getting set back up to try to run back up. That 20's at 387. And I think that one's going to try to set back up. We're going to keep an eye on it. XTIA, this aerospace and defense one's going to get cruising. We were looking at it. It's starting to curl up and look better. So keep your eye on XTIA and YGMZ. That one ran up the other day, the 21st, and today or yesterday it was pulling back, so it ran up on Monday. And I know we were looking at that one as well, so that ran up way higher than what we were looking at. And Z Car, that's good old Zoom Car, they just had a split on yesterday, so 1 for 100. And let's keep an eye on Z Car right there. So let me jot that one down. Z car. And there you go with our laptop lowdowns. I like it right there. So boom. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else real quick. And I think that's it. Let me take a quick look at the stock twits. Like I said, it's kind of a slower morning right here. A slow hump day. Microsoft's up. Everything else is kind of down in the big cap world. And what's that? What's T? Isn't that AT&T? That's up this morning. So that's about it. And Texas Instruments, a couple of the semiconductors, but not NVIDIA, but mostly just red right there. And we'll keep our eye on Tesla. Their earnings call is not first thing. Coca-Cola has an early earnings call at 8:30 if anyone wants to check it out. It's on StockTwits, and I was already looking to see when Tesla was. It must be a little bit later, so that's perfectly fine. And let's look. Fun DJT. Remember Rumble? We were looking at it last night. It's up at 51 cents. So there you go. We were talking about that. McDonald's is down. QCOM is down. Let me take a look. Way down. It hit that resistance. We'll let it pull back. And like I said, this one's just setting up bullish down the road, but it did run up the other day, and it's going to trade in between this channel. It looks like most of them are right now, and they're just getting really set up there. So that VEV is up a penny, but I'm not so sure. Like I said, we'll have to keep an eye on it. I know people are talking. It is trying. It actually just made a nice big curl. Holy cow, that thing just got curling. So we were looking at it like 5 minutes ago, and it wasn't that curled up. So keep your eye on it now because it looks like it's trying to get some momentum right now. I mean, it's completely changed the chart around in about 10 minutes. So there you go. Has over 13 million in volume. So this one is going to get running VEV this morning already. It's not waiting for that 20. It's going to get cruising here. I mean, it's starting to make that curl. It was just running back down and it finally just made that little curl. So it is going to flatten out and stop dropping so much. So there you go on VEV. And ZPTA is another one that's just been running up like crazy this morning. So check that out. And that's another one we had looked at before, but it is running up this morning. ZPTA. And there you go. I would say we nailed our Jolie's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns, crypto, our Mag 7, big caps, everything else, and what everybody's looking at. But yeah, VEV is actually looking much better at the moment. So keep your eye on it. Um, Curaleaf is up a little bit. That PSHG is still moving. Remember, I said that was going to get cruising. That's cruising today. So we called that one PSHG. Let me see what it's doing this morning. Oh, yeah, it's way up there. That was yesterday. It actually ran up yesterday, not doing anything yet this morning. But that did cruise just as we thought yesterday. So there you go with that. TANH. Let's see what that's doing. That's today. It's at 24 cents, not really cruising just yet, but looks pretty solid. So keep your eye on that to try to move. And that IXHL, remember we were looking at that? It looks like it wants to run back into the top. So keep an eye on that one as well. And there you go. Let's look at Maxon because I think we were looking for a little bounce on that real fast. So let me take a quick peek at Maxon. It's up 17 cents and it is rolling. So keep your eye on MAXN as well. So there you go. And I would say we just covered the market right there. So thank you everybody for hanging out. Laptop Travel, Asian Jolie, thank you very much for your Jolie's jumpers, and then Laptop Travel for your laptop lowdowns. Green Thumb, Peninsula Life, East Coast Beach Girl, Mike Drencalo, um, Bong Prechan, Eileen G, how are you this morning? And Jonathan, D5423D, and the Rabbit Vole, Luis Rodriguez. I hope everybody has a great day. It's a Wednesday, a hump day. So let's trade smart, lock in those profits. Could have a little bit of pull down. Let me just look at the SPY real quick one more time, see what it's up to. It's still down at 582. It's down like $1.25. And like I said, it's just sitting right below. If it pulls back, it's going to get set up to just run right back up. So I'm not really that concerned about it. And as a matter of fact, I think I might go hit the golf course today. So I might go hit some 18 holes and get a little golf on. So it's a beautiful day and the market looks like it might be pulling back a little bit. So I'll be out there, I think. And so let me know if you see anything. I'll obviously be looking at everything. And yeah, there you go. So I think we'll have a slower Wednesday. We'll look at see what's popping. I'll keep my eye on that yin and the yang to see what they want to do. The yang is down 9 cents now. So like I said, they can easily reverse real quick. So everything is just like kind of teetering right there. So I'll keep an eye on everything for us. Keep us posted. You know that. I'll be updating us on social media. And if you want me to see it, look at anything, just shoot me a message or a comment. And you know I'll look at it. So again, lock in those profits, trade smart. Have a great day. And I will catch you guys later on. Have a good day, everybody.